formerly separated by computer screens, miles upon miles of distance, also separated by different climates, different elements, different things. But now, in this very moment, I can look at my trusty compadre, my partner in crime, my co-host, directly in the eye for an unappropriate amount of time. I can look at it so long that it gets weird. I could go from eye to eye, left to right, and just stare into the soul, into his pupils, through his very nice Nike glasses that are not broken or held together by tape anymore. No hat, fresh cut, just newly presented Burbank Bob is here in the flesh. And I got to tell you, I'm ready to explore his body.
Yeah. Well, if we're in the same room, then I guess we got to cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
We are here. We're live in the moment right now at the time of this recording.
Live on tape.
Live on
From
tape.
the porch.
From the porch. It's Dudes with Brews. Rob and Drew reunited like we used to be.
It is like we used to be. I don't know how to hold this thing.
You don't know how to hold it. You don't know how to talk into it anymore.
I wasn't talking about the mic.
Oh, hey-o. It's been a long time.
It's been. I'm trying to think when the last time we got to do a live one together.
The Ryan's bachelor party,
It must have been.
something like that. So it's been quite some
It's been
time.
over a year, I believe.
Been over a year, and to celebrate this, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna dive into the 120-minute IPA from Dogfish Head Craft Brewery in Milton, Delaware. Hi, we're in Delaware. This is a highly sought after IPA. They make it a couple times a year, and it usually sells out relatively quickly because this is one of the rare IPAs in which you can age. The holy grail for hop heads, it says, clocking in between 15 and 20% ABV. 120-minute IPA is continuously hopped with a copious amount of high alpha American hops throughout the boil and whirlpool, and then dry hopped with another pallet of hops, unfiltered and abundantly hoppy. So this is one that you can enjoy right now, and then there's one that you can enjoy 2 years from now, and you will get different. You'll get a different flavor profile. You'll get a different ABV. Well, yeah, they do make these a couple of times a year, and this is the first time that I've actually been able to really get my hands on it. It costs $11 for one bottle. I have 3 of them, so I spent $33 total.
I spent nothing.
And that's fine.
This isn't a beer for somebody with fear of missing out.
Right.
Because no matter what, you're going to miss out on some type of flavor.
Some people, you can age this up to 5 years. So then 5 years or so, you can buy some new ones and try it side by side if you really want. So you can do what you will with these. When a normal IPA, you want to drink it. It's put in a bottle. It's put in the can. You want to drink it. This particular one that we have is 15% ABV. So we are splitting a bottle because we're going to enjoy a romantic dinner between you and me, and my wife is going to be the third wheel.
Yep.
Afterwards. We're going to the fancy, the sophisticated Olive Garden.
I love me some Olive Garden.
On top of this being the 120-minute
I come
IPA,
back for the fine cuisine. That's why I came back here.
Yeah. On top of that, this is 120 IBUs. So
that's bitter.
that is going to be bitter. So let's look at it. It's a pretty dark IPA.
It's it's got some floaties in there.
It's unfiltered.
It's definitely unfiltered. It gives it a hazy appeal, like a hazy look, but it's not.
It does, like, it's so thick.
It's like a crisp looking hazy as opposed to a hazy looking hazy.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I would agree with that. It smells good.
I did smell it. It smells good.
Let's give it a taste.
Okay, so is that what the bitterness, when you say, because I wouldn't call that bitter,
Yeah.
but it's definitely, man, that flavor sticks around on the back end. What kind of flavor would that? It's almost like a cinnamon spice type feel. Not the flavor's not cinnamon, but the spice of cinnamon, it feels like in the back of my throat. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You can definitely get like the boozy kick to it a little bit.
I think maybe that's the 15%. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It could be that. It's kind of it's sweet.
It's sweet and it's got a rich flavor to it, but I don't know what the flavor is.
Exactly.
But it's very prevalent, the flavor.
And you drink 2 of them, it doesn't matter anyways, because you're not going to remember where the hell you are or who the hell you are at 15%. So my goal, because I have 2 more bottles, we're enjoying this one, a freshly made batch. We're going to have another one in 6 months. And then I'm going to have another one in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
There'll probably be a time where I'm just like, yeah, forget about it. And I'm going to drink it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to age it as long as I possibly can. And,
Let me turn my phone on silent.
we can, yeah, things are so different for you, Rob. You're wearing straight leg pants.
I think I got a little bit of a style kicking.
You got a new style. You got this button up shirt, and you're looking trim. Yep. You're looking fresh, man. You're looking good.
I'm starting to be able to grow the facial hair a little bit on the edges. So
what are you doing for that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I think I just became a man.
Finally.
Yeah.
At the ripe age of what? 37.
37. I started to get a little bit chest hair. The chest hair is starting to come in. The hair on my cheeks. So if I try and grow out the facial hair, you can see where it lacks. But right when it starts to come in, just for like a minute, it looks like I have a man's 5 o'clock shadow. It takes me 3 days to get it, but
the 72-hour shadow.
Yeah, I got the 72-hour shadow. Yeah, and I thought, you know what? No hat today.
You got a little pep in your step.
Yeah, everything I got. I think I've achieved a new look of sorts.
I would say, yeah, it looks splendid. You look nice. You look like a whole new human almost.
Yeah, it'll do it. But I always will have roots in this establishment.
So you're back in the hometown. You haven't been here in quite some time.
I'm a little cross with some people, to tell you the truth.
What do you mean?
Well, just I got back here and driving down the old Johnson Way.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at this and I'm going, what the heck is that? Well, what's this now? What is that over there?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to confront you the same way I confront my other friends back here. When I call you and I say, what's going on? And you say nothing, you never thought to mention that they bulldozed all of Johnson Way?
Yeah.
Put up all new things. They moved things from Main Street down to there. And
yeah, we have an IHOP now.
Yeah, there's an IHOP. I mean, that is news.
An IHOP where an Applebee's used to be.
Yeah, we lost the Applebee's, got the IHOP. Moved the TJ's down to the old Shopco. Domino's moves down to where TJ's used to be. By TJ's, I mean Taco John's.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. So it's
people are making moves in this town.
Yeah, everything's going all over the place. Topsy-turvy, as they say.
Yeah. Wentz, they knocked down the Wentz.
The Wentz is gone.
I mean, that's just a green field. It's beautiful.
It's come and went. Hey-yo.
Oh, nice. That was a good one.
I know, that was a good one. But, I mean, nothing too drastic has really happened.
No, they're still playing pickleball across the street.
Yep.
I'm still jealous.
Yeah, pickleball's fun. We could play.
I'm down. You've got the stuff, don't you?
I do.
All right, we need to play a game of pickleball.
We can do that.
That way I can. We should play drunken pickleball. That way I can rub it in Shonda's face, because she played drunken pickleball without me.
Second time in a row.
I got the clearance now.
You got the clearance, huh?
No, but she's not going to get any madder.
You're right. So, you're in town because your brother is getting married on a Friday. We got a Friday wedding coming up.
Friday wedding.
Got to pick up the tuxes.
Yep. I'm going to try and push that to Wednesday so we can all do it together.
Together, hand in hand. I'm looking forward to that.
We'll share the back seat.
Hell yeah. And then the wedding's taking place Friday. It's going to be a good time. What's your plan? Are you giving a speech?
No. Well,
who's the best man?
Ryan.
Ryan is, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think I could do my only thing now is I can't give a best man best man speech. I can't give any speech because I've already given my best man speech at my older brother's wedding. I already messed that up. If I give a better speech at this wedding, then it looks like I
love him more?
Yeah, it's just it's a slap in the face to my older brother. Also, I didn't give a speech at any of my other brother's weddings when I wasn't the best man.
Fair enough.
I think I just got to leave it alone, just for fairness' sake.
If you were to give a speech, try to hit me with an impromptu speech right now. What would it say? What would you do?
I'd say, these two young crazy kids, they seem all right. I haven't been around.
Yeah.
Trevor's got a lot of bruises. Catherine, what's up with that?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I won't give a speech because I won't do it impromptu. That's my whole.
Do you go for the zings or do you go for the feels?
That's my problem. Is I probably go for the feels when I should go for the zings. Yeah.
I think when in doubt, like you always want to crack the jokes.
Yeah.
You want your speech is gonna be more memorable when it's funny. Too often, and I've witnessed many a speech with the best man and the maid of honor because of DJ weddings. Mm-hmm. I had to provide the microphone, and I tell those people every time. This is how you speak into the microphone. This is how you talk.
You got to be this close.
You got to hold it to your face, and you got to talk it. What do? They put it at their chest, and they put it like straight up, not even directed at their mouth, and it sounds horrible. And then I got to turn the volume up too loud, and then you get feedback, and it's a hot mess, and it drives me insane. But anyways, when you give like the personal touches, when you add like the personal stories, and it's too much, you lose the crowd. You gotta keep it punchy. You gotta keep it consistent. Got to have good timing. So like what I would do is I would say like, I've known Trevor pretty much his entire life, and I got to say,
good. I should have started with that.
Yeah. You could say Trevor's like a brother to me.
Yeah.
And then I've known him his entire life, and I got to say, for the first 5 years, couldn't stand him. Took a long time. I remember I specifically telling, and it's a dick thing to say, and it's a rude thing to say. But at one point in time, I think I told Trevor, I was like, yeah, you're an acquaintance of mine.
Harsh.
Instead of a friend.
That's worse than saying I don't like you.
That acquaintanceship turned into a blooming and a blossoming.
This is in your speech still.
Friendship in which me and Trevor are now, I consider him a brother. And maybe the brotherness was brought on just by that comment, because brothers make mean and rude comments to each other. So therefore, the brotherhood actually was established when I thought we were just an acquaintance, but we really were brothers. Does that make sense? Wait for the crowd acknowledgement. Okay, back in 1998, I didn't meet Trevor yet, but this was my experience. I don't know.
Oh, but then you go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I honestly was like, is he still giving the speech here? All right, I could probably definitely do the whole, we never thought that this guy was going to get down the aisle. There's,
Yeah.
We always told you if you put down that video game controller. But here's my problem with the speeches at the weddings, especially when, one person better than you know the other.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to include both people in your speech.
Yeah.
It's got to be, something that has to do with the arc of their relationship leading to the culmination of this moment.
The hero's journey.
Yes. And for me, I like the joking thing. It's like, have you ever heard anybody, you've been to a lot of weddings. I don't like to joke about weddings because I don't like to put a hat on a hat. That doesn't make sense. Okay, never mind. Because a wedding is a joke. I don't believe in weddings, so it's a joke about a wedding is like putting a hat on a hat. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Right. Forget about it. All right, good thing I blew that one here as opposed to in an actual wedding scenario.
Yeah, I was at a wedding once, and it was like two summers ago. I kid you not, the best man speech was 45 minutes long.
Yeah, it was a little long.
He incorporated every single groomsman in the speech multiple times. It was like subcategories. Or like, this is why he's a good person. We're going to talk him because he's courageous. Now we're going to provide some examples of why he's courageous. I'm going to give it to this guy, and this guy would give a story, and then the next guy would give a story, and the next guy was.
So he didn't speak for 45 minutes, but his speech overall was 45 minutes with all the add-ons.
It was like a multimedia presentation almost.
Yeah.
45 minutes long. Horrible. And then I got ridiculed because I didn't play enough.
Kick it.
I didn't play that.
You didn't play enough Tribe.
Because early on in the evening I didn't play enough like club rap music, and I was like, just wait till later.
These people just sat through a 45-minute speech. They got to get going.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to amp them back up.
But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy for Trevor, and I've only been to. I went to Michael's reception. And that was it. I didn't go to Ryan's wedding because it was in a different state on a Monday. And I felt bad about it because Ryan is, he's the reason I'm so tight with all your family members. Yeah. But is what it is. I'm going to Trevor's wedding. I'll most certainly go to your wedding when that happens.
I mean, you'll go to Trevor's. It'll be good.
What's the likelihood when you get married that I'll be the best man? Like, what percentage do I got? Obviously, it'd be between me and Mike, right?
Yeah, it'd be down to you and Mike.
Can we like battle it out? Can be a dual best man.
I think
a best man and a better man.
Yeah, I mean, we could absolutely. I'm thinking of what the contests could be. I would like to see you guys do. I mean, I'd go shirtless pickleball.
Shirtless pickleball? All right, I would do that for you.
See, all right, now you've already gotten your 1 point up just by agreeing.
All right.
Because I know that's going to be a hard one for you. Now I just got to find what's something that Michael doesn't. Silent sitting on a porch while trucks drive by. Can he do it?
He gets excited when trucks come by?
I'm making him sound like a dog that like runs out after. That's
hit the horn.
He hates big trucks with loud engines.
Oh yeah,
that like rev, like it boils his blood.
How did you feel about motorcycles?
Oh, he's not a fan.
I'm really not either.
I was at his house last night, and I don't know why, but this came across my algorithm the other day too. But the South Park episode with them trying to explain why they call the motorcycle guys what they call them, and how it's not anti-gay. It came across his feed last night, and he was showing it to Kayla, and I thought that was funny because it's like that's an episode custom built for Michael.
I know that episode, and then like when one of them's at the urinal and they're like looking at like Stan or everyone's going while they use the bathroom. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. To each their own. So the other,
what's really interesting is that I should throw Dree's hat into the name or name into the hat.
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah,
as well, but I wouldn't do that because I don't think it actually matters to him in the least. And I'm not. Odds are I'm not getting married, so it doesn't matter at all. But
married.
If you talk about, it's like I think, it would come down to you and Mike. Ryan's in Hawaii. Trevor's getting married. He's got the dogs. They're both gonna have kids by then, I'm sure. Mike's through all that. You're through all that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the dogs, but.
Yeah, I got them.
You know how to just put them in the kennel and go, I got stuff to do.
They're not in the kennels. They're in the room.
Yeah, the bigger kennel.
Yeah, absolutely. So the other day, going back to motorcycles, I was driving home on the highway, and like 40 motorcycles passed me, and then they kept like cutting right in front of me, and I really thought I was going to kill somebody, like not on purpose, on accident.
Oh, you thought they're reckless.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I don't have a problem with somebody with a motorcycle. I have a problem with the billboards that tell me I have to watch out for motorcycles. more aptly than I have to watch out for anybody else. And it's like, I'm not trying to hit anybody. Why did this become my thing? They're going in between cars and stuff, and I'm the one that has to watch out for them. Don't come in between me and another car when we're on the highway. There's 2 lanes.
Yeah. It's not gonna be good.
You know, maybe I'm losing our audience. Maybe our audience is a big motorcycle audience. I don't know.
Who knows? But since you're here and since we're here for a wedding, let's talk about some real life wedding horror stories, shall we?
I'm all for it.
Have you ever seen like a disastrous wedding? Have you ever seen like a disastrous moment at a wedding?
I feel like I've been a part of one, but apparently it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Okay, what was it?
Well, that was just my terrible speech. I mean, you're not supposed to drop the F-bomb in your speech.
No, why not?
Well, not in regards, like maybe if you want to drop it in as an adjective. But I dropped it as in I can't give this speech. I'm messed up here. It was very I was in a bad way back then.
I'll tell a story. I'm trying to find like.
I mean, I've heard the story of the guy that's saying like a sturgeon, or a sturgeon emergency.
Foreigners urgent.
That's it, sturgeon.
But they changed the word from urgent to sturgeon and did an interpretative dance.
Yeah, I mean that to me that's a bad wedding story.
That was horrible. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In 100%, and I say this with no malice in my heart, nothing. There is no doubt in my mind that bride was a lesbian. 100% lesbian. She had...
You're an expert on this subject, so...
Thank you. I mean, you're not wrong. But I watched them do the tunnel of love. And you know, they put their hands down, and then they got a kiss, right? That's how you do it. A newly married couple is looking to smooch at all costs, right? Not this lady.
Maybe she doesn't like to show public displays of affection.
Sure. Right after she, took off her camel sweatshirt and her baggy pants.
All right, we're getting there.
Afterwards, she was only out there for the grand march, the first dance, and then the father-daughter dance. She sat at a table with another girl the entire rest of the wedding. The entire time.
Okay. I mean, hey.
I'm saying 9 out of 10, that other person was the person who she wanted to be with. For whatever reason, they got married. She wasn't pregnant. I don't know what it was, but there's just no way that if they're still married, they're miserable. And I hope she's been liberated. I hope she came to terms. I hope she
should check up on your old.
I couldn't tell you what their names are. I have no idea.
You don't have a logbook?
Hell no.
I mean, how great of a DJ would that be? Checks up 5 years later.
I know at least 2 people have gotten divorced of their weddings that I've DJ'd.
Well, statistically, over half the people that you've DJ'd for have gotten divorced.
Yeah. One couple didn't pay at all. I know that.
But they're happily married still.
That wasn't I think they are. But that wasn't my problem. One wedding, and I don't know if I've told this story before, but if I have, forgive me. I'm DJing this wedding, right? There's already some drama between the bride and the bride's father. There's a long history of it. It wasn't good or whatever. So you can feel this tension in the air. I'm playing music. We're bumping. Everyone's having a good time. The bride sits down, okay? Probably like 6 feet away from my area. Strobe lights hitting her in the face. Lights are hitting her in the face, right? She's sitting there. Eyes go shut, and just is out. People come up to her and are you all right? What's going on? And whatever. More people surround her. Something's going wrong, right? So I'm looking around. I see somebody and I say, "Is everything all right?" And the guy just goes. He gives me the signal of keep going, right? Keep playing this music. 3 minutes later, lights are still blaring. Sound is going on. I'm playing a great song, I'm sure, because everything I play.
The rhythm of the night.
I hope so. Because everything I play is an absolute hit.
It's a banger.
It's a banger. And that same guy that told me to keep going makes eye contact with me and gives me the cut it signal. Signal. And I was like, what the fuck?
There's 2 minutes left. All right. Look, this one just started.
And
but it's good. You need to learn what it's like to play a song that you think is good and have somebody go, cut it out. This is ruining the vibe of the wedding.
But that bride, 20 minutes later, got taken out on a stretcher.
All right, well, that puts me in my place.
She didn't die, I don't think.
All right, we're right back in.
And then I was just like, and then some drunk guy goes, "Hey, we
think
can kick this back up." And I'm like, I was like, "No, I think we're done." But like,
if she dies right then and there, does the groom go to? Does that count?
I don't know.
Till death?
I guess
he made it. He made it the distance. He won at weddings.
Yeah, but yeah, so she got taken out. She got taken out on a stretcher.
She was okay though.
I never followed up. To be
okay,
honest.
well then don't tell me she didn't die as if she was okay, and then I make a joke, and now I'm a bad person.
I don't think she died. I think.
Now you referenced the blinking lights and all that. Like I'm assuming that you gave her a seizure.
No, I think she was severely dehydrated.
Oh.
Because she stated that she didn't drink anything. You gotta hold that mic to your mouth, bro.
Okay, sorry. I'm used to a room mic. You know, I got a bad mic. I got a.
Yeah.
You were just talking about this. Your pet peeve on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be my best man.
I do. Because I would hold the mic appropriately. Can I practice my best man speech for you?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Because I don't want to hear it.
Come on. Let's just wing it.
I don't like it.
It'll be like a porch pint sermon. It'd be like a big porch pint society celebration, quite frankly. Ladies and gentlemen, children, friends, Roman, countrymen, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to speak on behalf of this newly wedded couple, Rob and significant other. They've known each other for quite some time. They've fallen in love, something that we never thought would happen. But I have always been in the back room saying, Rob, you're going to fall in love. You're going to meet the person of your dreams. Man, woman, whatever it may be. I was there for you. Everyone was just like, no, man, Rob's going to be forever alone. He's going to look at himself in the mirror and say, what the fuck? I am undateable. I said, no. Rob, you are beautiful, you are attractive, and you are worthy of love. And finally, after 45 years of trying, he got there. I'm giving you to age 45.
I see that. There's a date on this thing.
And I'm just here to tell everybody I told you so. Now, there's some people that aren't with us anymore because they died waiting. But I'm going to go visit their graves or wherever they are, and we'll have our conversations. But finally, this day has come, a day in which we are going to rejoice, celebrate the one and true thing in this earth, and that's love. And when I look at Rob and significant other, I feel the love. I smell the love. Actually, that was my taco from earlier today. Sorry. Little fart joke there, you know.
Yeah, I know how you get at weddings. That wouldn't be a joke. You'd be telling the truth.
Get a little tooty sometimes,
yeah.
You know. I get full of so much emotion and so much happiness, so much love that sometimes it overflows through my bum in the form of a toot.
Yeah.
It's just a love toot. But on this day, we're going to be happy, we're going to be merry, we're going to drink, we're going to eat, we're going to dance and sing. And for the love of God, we're going to pray that this does not end in some sort of annulment to the bride and groom.
Nice.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I think you got 2 points on your category for
yes.
Just because of a lot of you said he would be forever alone. It's good to know people are what they're saying in the back room.
I don't think anyone has ever said that.
Sure. Backtrack now.
But I've always had your back. I've always said.
I know you have.
I think we've documented on this podcast.
Yeah, you make the arguments to me when I tell you. I'm the one that says forever alone.
Right.
I don't want to have to share my spaghetti. That's something people do, right?
People put sugar on spaghetti. Have you heard of that?
No. That's campy.
That's a real thing. People do that.
Like they do on French toast?
I guess. That's what I heard.
Wait, sauce? Is there sauce involved?
Yeah.
So you just make a plate of spaghetti and then you put sugar.
I don't.
Cane sugar.
People do that.
I mean, I'm not one to judge, but who's ruining some perfectly good spaghetti?
people.
Sugar is not that good.
Yeah. Should we go back to
The horror stories of weddings?
Yeah. So here's a good one. A person recently, June 8th, found out they were married to a serial killer. Did we talk about this?
I don't know if we did. I know we talked about what that might be like.
So Bonnie Lou Gower, that's her name, married Richard Evonitz, 17 years old. I don't know how that's legal. I don't know how that happened.
Parental advisory. No.
Like
Signaturation? Yeah,
That's
consent.
weird.
That's the word.
They did divorce when she was 25, so they were married. They were married for quite some time.
Oh, is this one of these? So they weren't married at the time that he like.
Nope. Let's just wait.
Let me get outraged before I hear that I shouldn't be outraged. I like to do that.
They have 2 kids. 5 years later, the FBI comes and knocks on their door, and she talked about this on TikTok. Of course, it's logged over 30 million views for whatever.
I don't believe it.
Everyone, yeah. He was responsible for the murders of 3 people between 1996 and 1997. Sophia Silva, Kristen Lisk, and her sister Katie Lisk, ages 16, 15, and 12. Yeah. And then he had a next would-be victim, a 15-year-old. She escaped. 3 days later, he shot himself after a high-speed chase. So she was married, and I think it was between... I do think it was when she was married to him that this happened.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's it's an ultimate. So that's how their marriage ended. She didn't divorce him.
No, she found out after 5 years after the divorce that he was a serial killer.
Yeah, but he's dead at this point.
Yeah.
So did they come and knocking on his door after the high-speed chase? On her door after the high-speed chase?
No, they divorced, and then he got caught or whatever.
But the first 3 victims were during the wedding.
Well, here's
Or
something.
not during the wedding, during the marriage.
Yeah. She was 17, he was 25 when they first started dating.
Oh, there's a red flag right there.
Yeah. I would never allow that.
I mean, once you get to be older, that what is that, 8 years? That difference doesn't make that big of a deal, but yeah, that's a big number when somebody's 17.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Well, how do you think you come back from that? I mean, you were married to somebody who had a dark secret. Well, dark secret sounds bad. It was dark because it was a secret that they kept from you, but it was a secret. That then once you found out about it, didn't seem to inhibit your ability to go off and get married again.
No.
But did you ever have? Does that stuff sit in your head, or did it sit in your head ever?
Well, one of the there were certain questions that I needed Carissa to answer before we really started dating. One of them was, "You secretly like women?"
Yeah.
And if so, that's fine. Good for you.
Yep.
But let's be upfront about it at least.
I think there were others. There were bigger signs with your last one. We won't name her because she made us take down our episodes. I don't even think it was her.
I still have them.
Yeah, you should re-release them. I was just talking about those episodes with somebody. I said there's lost episodes. And they were good. Those are the episodes that are our bread and butter, where we actually get into. We sit here and talk about talking about where Taco John's is located in a town that shall not be named, on a road that I got the name wrong of. So that matters not to people. What people want to hear about, or what I think is a draw in terms of what we do here, is the fact that it's like when we get into my checkered past of drug abuse and neurotic insecurities that I try to fight every day, and your journey from through the things that you go through, which are really, they don't matter because they're not real. You look great. You think you look one way, you don't. But that was a time when you were going through something that is very specific, and it does happen to people. And even if it doesn't, it's interesting to people how it's like being married to a serial killer and then finding out about it later, and it's like, how does that affect the human brain moving forward? Like, how do you?
I don't know. I think I probably have a little bit of trust issues in certain ways, or I just like assume that, yeah, you'll find somebody different eventually. Sometimes you get in my head about that, and I don't like. Let's preface this. I don't hold any grudges against my ex-wife, and if I do hold a grudge against my ex-wife, it's not because of her sexuality.
No,
it's because of the person she is.
Yeah, it's the person she was, and the timing, the way she did it was very.
It was the timing. It was how she treated me before, and like when I opened up about like, this is what I'm going through right now because I know something's wrong and I don't have any answers and I have no consistent communication, and it's turning me into this anxious, depressed, like just paranoid individual, and I want to have, like, I want to talk to people about it. Like I need, and I want to know that my wife cares about me, type of shit, and like in a very real way. Yeah, and she couldn't just be upfront and honest about me, knowing that I grew up with a gay father with two dads in the same same house. You know what I mean?
That's a whole nother side of the thing where it's like there's no reason for her to not think that you would understand. Where it's like, I don't think that you're somebody that sits there and goes like, nope, that's a choice, and you must hate me and whatever.
Not.
It's like,
yeah.
No, how'd you get through it this long?
Right.
Like, because there's two ways to frame that, where it's like she stuck it out for a long time, but clearly it wasn't what that's not what's going to make her happy. You couldn't have. Me personally, I think I wish that every relationship ended that way.
Yeah.
Because then I can go like, well, I did nothing wrong.
Yeah. And
all I did was born a certain way, and it's a great out.
Yeah,
It's a great way for no self growth or change.
Yeah, we have our whatever, and we get along, we talk, we're able to communicate. I mean, parentally, I take care of our son 99% of the time. And that's just the fact. That's just what it is. I'm not bashing her in any way, but that's the accuracy of it. That's the truth of it.
This really doesn't have. I'm not even talking about her. It's just like if for me, it's just like, how do you? I always thought about that with me, where it's like I had a secret from a long-term girlfriend of being a drug addict, and it's like, how does that affect her moving forward in her next relationship?
I think
anytime somebody cheats on somebody, like. That sticks with people big time. So to find out that your ex-husband or whatever was a serial killer, I mean, can you shrug that off and just go? I'm just trying to bring it back to that, like where it's like, can you shrug that off and go, well, there's not that many serial killers out there. I got the one. Just doubt it. Like,
but what are the odds?
Could you imagine if you got two?
What are the odds though that you get the one?
It's got to be, very. That's. Worse than hitting the lottery, or harder to marry a serial killer than to win the lottery, I would think.
I would say, but it's I get what you're saying. Thankfully I was able to bounce back, and I think I don't have trust issues. I trust Carissa. I know Carissa is a faithful individual and is upfront and honest with me about things. I just sometimes I think I get a little more paranoid. Is that like, eventually you're gonna meet the person you're meant to be with, because it's not me.
No, that's I get that.
And that's not because of how she treats me. By any means, she treats me great. She gives me an amazing life. She gave me a beautiful baby. She's given me everything I could ever possibly want in a marriage. Like, and we're in love. I love her, and she loves me. So, but it's just like I get in my way of when I eat food or when I look at myself in the mirror, I just go, yeah, eventually you're going to you'll find what you want in somebody else, and it's not me. Like, it's because my self-worth and my self-loathing that I have for myself from time to time, that gets in the way. And it doesn't, and then, Carissa hears me say negative things about myself. And she tells me all the time, I wish you knew how great you were. Because then
that's a sign of a good thing. I'll tell you this: if I give you the coveted position of my best man, do you think you could stop with the negative self? Do you think you could? I mean, Would you be waiting in the night before the wedding? Would you go? He's waiting for a better man.
And that's where Michael steps up.
And then
the
Michael
better man
steps up and becomes the better man.
while Pearl Jam is played underneath it. Can't find a better man. As Michael takes the microphone out of my hand.
He just mushes your face and pushes you into a crowd.
It's like the old cartoon where like the big cane comes from the side and takes me away. No, I don't know. It fucks with me a little bit, and then like
you don't seem like I know that you have that in you, but you don't wear it on your face.
What?
Maybe the beard covers it. That's why I want one so bad.
Hides my insecurities.
Yeah. It hides that thought process.
I would say most people wouldn't know. Wouldn't know the self-image challenges that I have of myself unless they listen to the show, and then unless they know me.
Luckily,
like
none of your friends do that. So
right, unless they really know me like on a more personal level. Like I would say like professionally and really in public, and I'm not like masking it by any means, but I do have a confidence about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go do live broadcasts on the radio, like I'm confident. I know that I do well on it, and I know for sure that I do better than a lot of other people at our station, and that's just a fact. And that might come across as me being a dick, but I know that I am better than a lot of these other people because I still care about the craft, and I still like work on developing the craft. I work on improving myself, whereas these other people just go through the motions, and that is what it is. Same thing with my other job that I do professionally. Like I'm always looking to grow, and I feel what I do is meaningful, and I feel it's worthwhile for the productive struggle and for the frustrations and stuff. I'm in a position where I actually enjoy what I do, and I care about it so much that's where I get frustrated, is when things are really challenging, and I don't have a response in the right now to address it right away. So I would say I am a positive pessimist. I am.
Yeah, that's good.
I know that I can achieve great things. I know I can. I've done it. I had a kid in high school. I went through college working full time raising a kid. I got a bachelor's degree, right? I've worked in every industry that I've ever wanted to work for. I have. Like my dream jobs, I've had them. I've accomplished them. Was it easy? No. Was I negative along the way? Absolutely. But I know I can, if I dedicate my time and I push myself, I can get to where I want to be. And I'm continuing to do that right now. So, I mean, am I negative? Hell yeah, I am. But like I said before, many times, my negativity promotes positivity. So maybe I'm negative because every time I'm negative, good things happen. So I got to keep, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I wish I had more people so I could start a slow clap.
Thank you.
I feel like this would be a great time to have just a perfect slow clap come into play. It's good. I like to hear you say that you're better than some people, that you're better than other people, and you care about things.
It's true.
Yeah, I know it's true. I know you.
Slow claps are awesome. I once tried to start a slow clap after this
It sucks when it doesn't work.
This culty dude at UW Oshkosh. I can say that because that's a college. We don't live there, but that's where I went.
O-Town.
There was this culty guy that was like preaching a bunch of stuff, and like this guy comes up and just gives us like this really awesome tangent, and then like I just started slow clapping, and some people picked up on it, but it wasn't as powerful.
Didn't pick up.
Wasn't as powerful. That's one thing on the bucket list. I want to be the reason. Like I want to start a powerful.
Start an applause with a slow clap.
I don't want to be the person that says it. I want to be the guy that just like, now is the time for the slow clap, and then you start doing it. Start slow clapping it.
Carissa just walked in. I wish I had more people. I would have started a slow clap for that.
Carissa missed my whole manifesto there.
Yeah, you did.
My whole thing. And you know what? She'll never hear it because she doesn't go back to listen to these episodes because she's not as, I said all these great things about her, but it's all facade. Mm. I'm just kidding. It's all true. I said a lot of nice things about you.
He didn't say any nice things about you, but
I did say a lot of nice things about you. I did. You'll have to go back to this episode and listen to it.
Yeah, it was good.
Every single second. She's been whining because she hasn't been on the show in quite some time. So come on.
I'll give you this microphone.
take this moment to shuffle over from the.
But now I have nothing to say.
Well,
How do you feel about this Olive Garden trip?
I'm excited.
what are you gonna get?
Soup salad breadsticks.
Huh?
Are you stuck on our? Oh, you know what? I can't say for sure what you would be stuck to.
No.
Could be.
Yeah, you know.
What do you guys do in the kitchen?
Okay. So here's a question for you. Do you
What?
think so? You've heard me say this before, but do you think my negativity promotes positivity, positive results? Really think about it.
Okay. You know my feelings on this. I do think that you use that negative energy to be like, fuck everybody. I'm going to do what I want and achieve all my goals. Yes. However, you could be a little more positive about it sometimes.
What if my positivity turns into bad things then?
But what if it doesn't?
But what if it does?
Why don't you just try it with like small things?
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe your self-image.
I feel fine about it now.
He was saying some good things about himself.
Yeah, I was saying good things about myself. See?
Good.
See all the things you missed?
I did.
All it
miss
took was Robert to be in the room, looking me in the eye, licking his lips from time to time in a provocative manner.
Oh
Not
my
in a
gosh.
I got chapped lips from the climate change. more humidity in Wisconsin than there is California. And now these suckers are chapped, but no, like, oh, hot dog.
Oh my God.
So now you've been on the podcast now for approximately like maybe a minute and a half.
So I need to hand the mic back over.
Have you reached your your fill? We gotta do a honeymoon as horror.
I know we
soon.
do.
You don't want to watch any horror movies with me anymore.
Okay.
That's Madison's
No,
job now. Madison
listen.
likes to watch horror movies with me.
You don't start watching them until like 9 o'clock
That's when everyone's in bed.
on a weekend,
That's when everybody's in bed.
including me.
Wake up.
I'm tired. Are you? I'm just
What?
gonna say something mean.
What are you gonna say?
Are you gonna get up with Jonah in the morning?
Oh, please.
Here we go.
I get up with him.
How often would you get up with? Would you say you get up with him
Okay, well,
over me?
part of the problem is
A lot of exposition. It's a lot of exposition to start.
I get up before you and Jonah.
Yes.
So
During the week?
the weekends too.
No.
When I-
you do not get up.
When I get up and I make coffee and then I go sit on the porch and then you two come out.
When was the last time you did that? It has been a couple weeks.
This is why I don't put you on the podcast. 'cause
Oh
you-
my gosh.
You're so shrill. You're just-
What?
Wow, that's a harsh term. This is why I'll be forever alone.
Oh my God.
Come on now.
What?
So I'm a bad dad?
I did not say you were a bad dad.
I take care of Jonah plenty.
You do. But I'm just saying, if we're going to watch a movie, let's do it before 9 p.m.
Okay. Well, he's got to be asleep. He can't watch that stuff. And just because
Watch the opening.
and he wakes up in the morning and then you know what he says? He says, "Mama, I pooped."
I know he does.
He's directing that at you cuz apparently you do a superior job at the poop work. So
What a great talent that is.
hey, you
So glad.
God blesses us in so many different ways, and you
Oh
got the
my
power.
God.
You're really good at wiping ass. So
Oh my God.
he doesn't say, "Daddy, I pooped." He
he
says,
doesn't.
"Mama, I pooped."
Yeah, he gets right in my face and he goes, Mama, I pooped.
No,
Because you don't show how proud of him you are.
I've changed many of diapers, and
Yeah, you
I
have.
can tell you when I open those things up and they're fully loaded, I say, "Holy shit!" Like I'm impressed. I'm like, because that's like your body weight in poo right there. so all right.
All right, I'll give the mic
See ya.
back. Oh, I didn't even have the choice. He just took it from me.
All
I gotta say, you've got a great Wisconsin accent.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who really has a Wisconsin accent? Her cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I don't think I would have noticed it until now
Oh,
being
yeah.
gone for so long.
oh yeah,
The way you say o'clock.
o'clock,
Yeah, when you said 9 o'clock, however you.
9 o'clock.
I'm gonna go back and listen to this episode again so I can hear it. But I swear to God, you said it with the O was on that's a Wisconsin O.
Yeah.
Not the O and but the O and clock. The clock. You said clock. Very Wisconsin.
So
Go back.
Is your accent still here, or is it going away?
So I don't. People didn't even know that I had the accent from here.
Do I don't have it, do I?
I don't think you do. No.
I hope not. I fucking hate it. I don't think you have it though.
No, you okay? There's the way you pronounce the vowels, and then there's having the actual Wisconsinisms.
Don't you know?
Yeah, you don't have that. You don't do that.
Her cousin does, and dude, it is horrible. Oh yeah, I told them the other day on Tuesday. It's fucking horrible. It's bad. I don't like it at all. I say ope a lot. I say
ope all the time. And I didn't even realize it until you told me about it. And then the other thing, and I don't even know if this is Wisconsin based, but I find that there's things that I say that they just don't say in California. Fly by the seat of your pants. It's apparently not something they say in California.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't call it a bubbler.
No, they don't call it a bubbler. That one's a mystifying trip to them as well.
Have you ever? You said.
Oh yeah. I'll say bubbler.
And then they just go.
And they go, what?
What the fuck's a bubbler?
Yeah, it's the water fountain.
Yeah.
That's a lot of syllables.
Right, bubbler. There's two states. There's two states that call it a bubbler, Wisconsin and Massachusetts, of all places.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
I know.
In and of itself.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, there's a few things, but the one that always stands out to me is that when I said "fly by the seat of my pants" or you're gonna fly by the seat of your pants, it was blank stare time. Right. It was no idea what the heck. Hoisted by their own petard. That one doesn't. But that's definitely not a Wisconsinism. That's
nobody says petard.
No, so did they cancel that word too?
No, I'm just saying nobody says that. Nobody says that.
Well, I think, yeah, maybe that's just on me. I don't know what to tell you.
There used to be a podcast that followed us called something along those lines of petard, and they had to like
their intro was them explaining.
No, it was. It really was. It was like, oh yeah, this term is not derogatory, and it's like, all right, you got to change the name.
No, but that's
what the fuck is a petard?
Look, I don't know what it is. I just know what the saying means. It means when you do something that catches up with you, kind of like you're hoisted by your own petard. Like you're like when you say give somebody negative feedback on like, oh, you did this and this, and then you end up doing that thing. Like you, they get one up on you because you're the one that said don't do this, and now you've done it. You've been hoisted. I don't want to. I don't want to come up with an example of it because that's very difficult for me right now. But it means you get your comeuppance basically, like something that you like if you say somebody said, "Oh, your shoes are untied," and you're like, "I know my shoes are untied. I like them to be untied, bro." Because you get offended by it, and then you trip over your shoelaces. You've been hoisted by your own petard because your aggression towards the act of. You know what? Can we cut all this out? Because I'm realizing that I'm not smart at all, and maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here.
You're hoisted on your petard. Yeah. So petard is a small bomb made of a metal or wooden box filled with powder, used to blast down a door or to make a hole in the wall. All right, so it's kind of explosive.
All right.
Did you know that the word petarding is
funny for some reason, apparently? I guess I just learned that, actually. Let's go petarding. What are you doing Saturday? Well, let me tell you.
Oh, gosh, I got a couple of petards.
Yeah, we're going to go petarding.
All right. Well, I accidentally ripped my headphone.
Speaking of which, we got a place to be.
Yeah, we're bringing our petards to Olive Garden. Yeah. We're gonna eat some fucking breadsticks. So we split a 120-minute IPA, in less than 60 minutes. that should count for something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was good. You can definitely tell the alcohol content. It definitely hits you.
It does, and we split it. So like,
it's a strong tasting beer. I just wish that I could put my finger on what that taste is. It's not necessarily like, it almost gives me Amaretto vibes, but not.
Sure. There's a sweetness to it. There's a bitterness to it. It was good. I look forward to kind of seeing what it's like in a couple of
6
months or
and 2 years. Yeah.
and then a couple of years. Yeah, it was. I mean, you can have one and it'll do the trick, I guess. It's available nationally. Dogfish Head Brewing ships out to all the states, all the places. So you definitely can get your hands on it. Likely. So I will drink it again. And then until then, Rob and I have some Olive Garden to consume. Oh, Carissa will be there too. And then we got a wedding. To throw down.
Maybe we can get one more done this week because I'm here on Sunday.
Hell yeah.